November 4th, 1960. A 26-year-old woman with zero scientific training watches a chimpanzee do something impossible, and in that moment, rewrites what it means to be human. Stay with me, because this story proves that sometimes the most qualified person for the job is the one everyone says isn't qualified at all. Meet Jane Goodall. She's 26, fresh off a boat in Tanzania, armed with nothing but a notebook, binoculars, and a dream she's had since she was a kid, to live with animals in Africa. No PhD, no biology degree, not even a college education. In 1960, the scientific world was run by men in lab coats who believed animals were basically living robots. No emotions, no personality, just instinct. But Jane's mentor, the famous paleontologist Louis Leakey, sees something different in her. He doesn't want someone with preformed ideas. He wants someone who will observe and report what they see. So he sends her to Gombe Stream National Park to study wild chimpanzees, something no one has really done before. The scientific establishment thinks this is insane. A woman with no training, studying apes in the jungle? The male scientists are already sharpening their criticisms. But Jane doesn't care. She has patience they can't imagine. For months, Jane sits on hillsides watching from a distance. The chimps are terrified of her. But slowly, one male, who she names David Greybeard, starts to relax around her. And on November 4th, 1960, she witnesses something that will shake the foundations of science. David Greybeard is at a termite mound. Jane watches as he picks up a twig, strips off the leaves, actually modifies it, then carefully inserts it into the mound. When he pulls it out, it's covered with termites. Breakfast. He's not just using a tool, he's utilizing it effectively. He's making one. Jane's heart is racing. She knows what this means. For decades, scientists have defined humanity by one thing: man, the toolmaker. It's what separates us from animals. It's what makes us special. And she just watched a chimpanzee destroy that theory. She sends a telegram to Louis Leakey. His response becomes legendary. Now we must redefine tool, redefine man, or accept chimpanzees as humans. But here's the thing. The male scientists don't want to believe her. Why should we believe her? She hasn't been to college. She's just a girl, they say. Just a girl who just rewrote anthropology. Jane doesn't just discover tool use. Over the next 60 years, she documents that chimpanzees have personalities, experience grief, form lifelong bonds, exhibit compassion, hunt for meat, and even engage in warfare. Everything we thought made us uniquely human, chimps do it too, just to different degrees. She breaks every rule of objective science. She names the chimps instead of numbering them: Flo, Fifi, Goliath. She describes their emotions, their relationships, their individual quirks. The establishment refers to it as anthropomorphism, the act of projecting human traits onto animals. She calls it paying attention. Eventually, they can't ignore her anymore. Cambridge University accepts her into a PhD program despite her having no undergraduate degree, the first time they've ever done that. Her findings are too groundbreaking. In 1965, she was on the cover of National Geographic. By 1977, she had founded the Jane Goodall Institute. Today, Gombe is the longest-running wild chimpanzee study in the world. Here's what I love about this story. Jane Goodall succeeded precisely because she wasn't qualified. She didn't have years of academic theory telling her what was and wasn't possible. She just watched, with endless patience and an open mind, and let the chimps tell her who they were. That moment on November 4th, 1960, when David Greybeard stripped that twig, it didn't just change how we see chimpanzees. It changed how we see ourselves. We're not separate from the animal kingdom. We're part of it, connected to it, responsible for it. Jane proved that sometimes the best credential is curiosity. The most essential qualification is the ability to care enough to pay attention. She was told she wasn't enough, not educated enough, not male enough, not credentialed enough, and she became one of the most influential scientists of the 20th century. What's something you've been told you're not qualified for? Drop it in the comments because Jane Goodall proved that passion and patience can outweigh any piece of paper. Suppose this story gave you chills. Welcome to History Sparks. We uncover the moments when underdogs, outsiders, and people who shouldn't succeed change everything. Every day, we bring you stories that prove credentials don't matter as much as courage. Hit that subscribe button and join a community that believes the best stories in history are the ones they didn't teach you in school. Please ring the bell because you don't want to miss what we've got coming. See you at the next one.